Well, that's the screen in. What do you think? I'm going to tackle getting the glass in. I had this glass for the longest time. Well, that's the glass in the rubber. I feel like it's not going to be a bad idea to let that sit there for a minute. I need to find something to put it in with. Draw tape, string, whatever. I'll figure it out. Or some cable. I reckon it will do. Strip it down. An old pen, huh? That's it. Yeah, get the sprayer on it, huh? You're going to want to get these pieces of wire in the right side, aren't we? Set it down on that vent. Wait a minute, I've got the top to figure it out. We should be able to get it. Oh no, rubber's going. Have you torn the rubber? Yeah.
Oh no.
Right, it wants pushing that way now.
It needs to get round on that corner.
Well, yeah, obviously, but the rubber's cut, so how is it going to ever hold it in? So that didn't quite go to plan when we were trying to pull the screen in. A combination of rushing a little bit and whatever. The seal tore a little bit. Actually, tore in a couple of places. But then it's evident that once the screen rubber is cut that much, it's probably not a good idea to carry on because, well, you might as well smash the screen. It's no good. It's done. So I think that, I mean, I haven't touched this at all, but this is kind of like a little factory defect. I think that might be the part of the reason the seal got dragged over that bit there. So I think I'm just going to touch the top of that with a file before I go any further, just to cut that out and get a little bit of paint on it. So anybody who is in the UK and working on these Chevy trucks, on these GM trucks, will know Chevy Jim. He's based down in Essex, just inside the M25, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff off him, a lot of stuff which I'm yet to install. So this rubber here is made in Taiwan or somewhere like that. It's a Counterpart. You probably will have heard of Counterpart stuff. Whereas this American made is made to a certain spec, like special order, I guess. A guy in America's making them. That's much I know. But so this rubber, if you go on LMC truck, you'll see it for somewhere between $20 and $30. If you want it in the UK, that's going to cost you another $120 to ship it. Whereas I think this was like less than £90 for me to get that in the UK already shipped over here. So Jim wanted me to give him an honest review because he's only just started selling these as to how they install. Now, when this all went wrong, I was just going to buy another rubber and get a window fitter to come in and install it. And a couple of my friends are like, you know what, just get someone else to do it. But I'm going to give it a go. I am going to try. So comparing the two, we've got kind of like a feature at the top going on where it looks like they've got some sort of clamp where they vulcanized the windscreen center and the rubbers slightly differently. I don't know. I think that's just going to be a manufacturing process thing, isn't it? So this is the Chinese one, and you've got this cutout business in there. There's no cutout here, but you're gonna want it, aren't you? You're gonna want it cut out. If anything, it'll need just a little cut there, just to suit that piece. And I can do that after the fact. So I've gone ahead and got this screen in the corners here. It fits a lot nicer than, let me see if I can lift it up. It fits a lot nicer in the corners than the other one did. The other one was a little bit more baggy. Maybe I'll regret trying to do it on my own, but it is what it is, hey? I'm not sure how well it's going to film. I may move the camera on the inside. It's quite a high stress situation given that I've messed up one of the rubbers already, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Yeah! Wow, that's a momentous occasion. I've been dreading and looking forward to getting this in for such a long time now. And I've got to tell you, that rubber went in lovely. Apart from a classic Mini, when I was 21, about 100 years ago, I've never really installed these type rubbers before. If you've done a classic Mini before, they're completely different. They are more like a machinery type glass. The glass sits within the pinch weld, whereas these ones sit in front of the pinch weld. I'll flash up a photograph of a cross section. Someone gave me this piece of seal, so you can see how that looks. I'm not an experienced window fitter, but apart from, I reckon the whole job took me approximately 40 minutes. 40 minutes start to finish. I think the key is to use lots of soap. I mean, that's just washing up liquid in that squeegee bottle. And the fact you can get it in all the gaps, you know, where you're gonna want it. And I think the key thing which is different about this American-made rubber is the gape here. I mean, I didn't get to finish installing that other one, but it's just whether it's a better quality rubber or the profile's nicer or what, I don't know, but there is no gape there. It's just exactly right. I'm convinced that this is going to be watertight. I do think that you're going to want to cut these bits before putting it in. They aren't going to squash down and allow your windscreen to fit properly. So, well, that's no big deal. Just know that you've got to do that in advance. But other than that, you're looking at, is it a DIY job? Well, I've done it on my own. So, yeah, granted, I've got no sheet metal on the front here, which is why I'm fitting the screens now. But pleased with that. Very, very pleased. So if you're in the UK and you want one of these rubbers, I will put a link to Jim's website. He's a bit old-fashioned, so he's not got like a flashy website where you can buy all this stuff straight off of it. He's the kind of guy you get to know and become friends with. Well, I know I have in the last 2 years. He spent a whole bunch of time helping me figure out the linkage on the front here. In fact, he supplied that cross-link. So, you know, if you if you're a serious buyer and you want to buy stuff, then check out Jim, Chevy Jim. All right, so that's where I'm going to leave this video. Pretty much just about the windscreens. I have been working on the pedal box under there as well, support with the steering column. This is why the steering column's in there. Been doing that off camera though, so I'll just show you the result of that. I've decided that all the trims which go around here, I painted them black in a previous video. I'm going to paint them grey. I don't like the black, it's come out too matte. These pieces are that same thing, the frames for the seats. So I'm going to have another little paint session. I probably won't film it. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, hit the like button. It really does help the channel. It doesn't cost you a thing. I'll see you next time. Later.